And we have just entered Essex. Woo! Let's go. It is road trip time. As you can see, the sun is shining and we are back on the road where I'm going to be living out of my smart car, which I've converted into a micro camper. We're going to be exploring the east coast of Suffolk, where there's some beautiful reed beds, there's cliffs, there's beaches. I'm super excited because I've only been to Suffolk once before, which was for a wedding. So whilst there was plenty of joy and celebration, I didn't get the opportunity to explore Suffolk properly. We're going there, we're going to see it in all of its glory, and you're going to see the behind the scenes on how I live out of a smart car, one of the world's smallest cars. If that sounds like something you're excited about, then make sure to hit that subscribe, hit the like button so I know you guys enjoy seeing content like this. I can't tell you how excited I am to be back on the road, especially with the weather being so lovely. So buckle up, because we are going to have an awesome adventure. And first things first, we've got to stock up. So I've come to Tesco's to grab some fresh food for the trip. And I am officially in the first spot of this adventure. This is Suffolk ground. So we are 5 minutes away from Minsmere Nature Reserve, which is just down this road. But before we go there, I'm going to have some food. It's about 12:30. It's going to be a simple picnic style lunch. Peanut butter and honey sandwich with a packet of crisps. You may have noticed these pretty funky sunglasses. Well, we're switching to the cowboy hat. You'll notice that peanut butter and honey is going to be a bit of a staple on this trip. Not only because it's a good mixture of natural sugar and protein. I've given up processed sugar for Lent, so I can't have things like jams and preserves. Peanut butter and honey, you don't have to worry about storing. You can put them in the car. If they get hot, it's okay, just keep them out of the sunlight. They're also tasty. They're good textures. They're something which, for me, I can eat every day and not get bored of. It is day one of our Suffolk adventure and we have come to the sea. We're going to be working around the coast, and this is Minsmere, the coast at Minsmere. Now, we're going to have to touch the sea here in Suffolk. So I'm on my way to touch the sea for the first time. This is the furthest on the east coast I've actually ever been. And the waves aren't too scary today. Are we ready? I really don't want to get my shoes wet. Come on, wave. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, that's a big one. And we've officially touched the sea. So, here is a bunch of footage of me exploring the nature reserve here at Minsmere. I technically missed the sunrise. I was in a bird hide, but this is insane. The sky is just a different colour. It's orange and pink, and this is what I love about travelling. Simply travelling in the car, where I'm just out all day from the crack of dawn right until after the sunset. There's a bat. That's the first bat I've seen this year. That just proves that I'm out longer than I normally would be. But anyway, I only had that one pathetic sandwich at lunch, and I'm starting to get hungry. And while there's still just a shred of light, it would be nice to cook myself a bit of a car camping banquet. It's 7:04, and I don't think you can see a thing. So it is officially pitch black outside, meaning we're going to prep the food in the car with my brand new car camping setup, which I'll show you when there's better lighting. So we're going to start off by chopping a pepper and an onion. This is going to give us some freshness to the food. Who signed me up for cutting an onion in such a tiny space? I'm going to be crying my eyes out. Like, This is a smart car. I can't sit up straight. And now I'm cutting an onion with a butter knife. Who signed me up for this? And I've had my first major issue. This tiny little camping stove, which I bought specially for this tiny car camping setup, doesn't seem to be compatible with my gas canister, which I think is weird because I bought them right next to each other. They look like they fit, and I'll be honest, I may be the problem. Maybe they do go together, but I have been trying for half an hour and had no success. Tonight, it looks like I might just be having another peanut butter and honey sandwich. And we have come to the end of day one. I'm tucked in, and I'm going to give you a very quick tour of what the car's looking like, because after that food failure, I want you to know that in here it's actually very organised. I showed you the cupboards earlier. Up here, I've just got my washing, which is sitting to dry, the sink, which is also drying because I use that to do some cleaning, but this top is generally very neat and tidy. There is a blue towel, which is again just drying. My shoes are tucked in the end there. And then up here, I have my camera bag, my jacket. I have a sleeping bag down in the footwell, just in case I get really cold. Apart from that, I have a ton of room just for me to sleep on my futon, all tucked up in my duvet. And I can also watch the stars through my sunroof, and the stars are looking good today. Like, they're looking really good today. So I'm gonna read my Bible for probably about half an hour. I'll watch the stars, fall asleep, and wake up bright and early. I'll see you in the morning. It's 10 to 6 in the morning, and you can see where we parked now that there's actually light. There's nothing to both sides of me. I heard 2 cars drive past in the night, and there's some nasty speed bumps down this road, meaning they were going nice and slow, so that wasn't a problem. It's still set up for sleeping, so I'm just going to sort the car out, have some breakfast, which is probably going to be peanut butter and honey sandwich, and then I'll be ready to go straight to the bird hide super early this morning. It's going to be a good one though. We're going to see a bittern. I just know it. It's going to happen. And we're back at Minsmere, and I'm the first one here, unsurprisingly. And we've only gone and done it. We got some pictures of the bittern. Some of the other photographers were saying they've been here 20 times, and that's the clearest they've seen a bittern. Because the photography trip is going so spectacularly, it just points out that the car camping isn't so much. You see, I am really hungry, and I just can't face another peanut butter sandwich. I had one this morning for breakfast. We're going to a camping shop. Another issue I've run into is not being able to access data out here because I'm in the middle of nowhere. And so we're heading to a place called Halesworth, and I'm gonna hope that there's some outdoors camping shops in this place. And the mission was a success. I have 2 gas canisters that I'm pretty sure are going to fit the stove. I tested them a bit more vigorously this time. Not only that, I did get too hungry and I had to buy myself a cheese and tuna toastie. It was nice. It is lovely, the sun being out, but I am hot and sweaty, meaning I'm going to get through more water while car camping. And as the sun sets in front of me, it's time to finally cook something good. So today I'm going to be making my take on a cowboy stew. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, a cowboy stew is essentially when you put baked beans with anything. So I'm going to be putting mine with a pepper, I have an onion, and then I have a bag of rice to bulk it out and give me energy. That's all going to be going with the baked beans in one pan, and it's going to be boiled up. But before we do any of that, we need to check if this new gas canister works with the stove. I also got so excited by the sunset in front of me, I forgot to mention, we're cooking at the beach. Sunset in one direction, beach in the other. We are living the dream with a cowboy stew, which I know might take a few people a bit of convincing that it's a good meal, but trust me, after 2 days of peanut butter and honey sandwiches, this is the dream.
Good morning.
Last night, I decided I might as well stay in the Minsmere car park. It's a lovely little car park and it's nice and quiet. And I had a great night, woke up this morning, the sun was shining beautifully into the back of the car. And then it comes to trying to start my car. And as you do in times of trouble, I've come to the beach just to assess my options calmly. The car battery is flat, which means I'm gonna have to call up the AA. Not only that, I've just realized when I drove down to Suffolk, I crossed the Dart tunnel and there's a charge and I knew I had to pay it. I was gonna pay it and then time slipped away and I didn't pay it within the 24 hours. So I have now paid it, but I'm aware that might put me instead for a £70 fine. I guess this is what it's like living on the road. That being said, I'm expecting a couple of hours wait. So I have also brought stuff to make breakfast here on the beach in Minsmere. We're stuck in Minsmere for now. Because water and oats is not the tastiest thing in the world, I brought with me some more honey. So just gonna give it a bit of sweetness, make it a bit more bearable. After yesterday, not having any breakfast, to having a warm pot of porridge and honey feels quite nice. Well, that went way too quickly. I feel like I could have had 2 of them. You know, even though my car is currently broken down, I am just loving this. I mean, look at it. It's endless nature, and with a static car, it means I feel like I'm slightly restricted. Today, I'm meant to be traveling up this coast to see other places, but because I can't, I'm just appreciating what we've got here. And with that whole food issue on the first night being resolved, it's only natural that another issue has to come up. I also think I'm an AA member. I'm really hoping I still am anyway, because that would mean I believe it would be free. And thanks to the AA, we are back on the road and we're continuing with our road trip around Suffolk. The Minsmere leg of the journey is done and now it is time to go to what seems to be quite a big tourist town. We're going to Great Yarmouth. This is going to be the first stop on multiple stops of the journey. And this is Great Yarmouth. One peanut butter sandwich, and 14 miles further north, I found myself in a place called Horsey Gap. And straight away, we've been told that there are seals on groin 32, 33, 34. Apparently there's hundreds of them up here. Now, there are volunteers at this site who look after the seals, but they also are super helpful at giving you information. First of all, what's your name and what do you do here?
Hi, my name is Sophie and I am a seal warden and also a duty seal warden in the winter.
And do you know why the seals are specifically here at this part of the coast?
Yeah, so there's a couple of theories. None have actually been proven, so we're not 100% sure, but in the British coastline, we feel like this is probably maybe the safest place for them to do with predators.
And as I travel north, I noticed two small towns that I recognised from somewhere, Bacton and Walcott. It turns out these little towns were a case study in my A-level geography, so I had to stop off and give it a quick look. I remember looking at the sandscaping scheme, which is on this board here, where they introduced a bunch of sand to the beaches. I do believe there was a storm which blew a bunch of the sand into the village, causing a catastrophe. Headed further north, I came to my final destination, the Norfolk gem, Cromer. So this is my last evening of the road trip, and I've currently got a bag full of food because in true car camping style, we're gonna find somewhere to cook up a feast. Today, I've got some noodles and sweet and sour sauce, so I'm super excited. These new gas canisters are very strong, and an issue I've been having is burnt food on the bottom of the pan. So I added a bit of water in this time just to let everything heat up before it instantly starts burning. What I do have here is a cast iron pan. It allows your food to heat up just really naturally in solid iron, and then it stays super warm, so the food shouldn't get cold once I turn off the gas. And the meal is ready. Honestly, this trip has been so liberating. Some people just walked past and said that this looks like a great way to spend the evening. And the fact that this lifestyle is what I've been doing for the last 3 days has honestly brought me so much joy. This trip has allowed me to see so much ground. It's allowed me to push through challenges such as living in a tiny car on my own. And now I'm at the end of the trip, I can appreciate that this lifestyle is lonely and challenging, and so I'm excited to go back to normal life. But I'm definitely going to miss the adventure part of this lifestyle.